back to my channel. I hope that you're doing well. Welcome to another video and welcome back to another weekly vlog. Today I am finally starting a vlog for the month of February. I have been a little behind in pretty much every aspect of my life. Filming, editing, getting my just regular life shit together. So I'm trying to use this vlog as a way to motivate me to get some more shit done because struggling is an understatement. But it's okay. I'm hoping that we can get back on track today. I have a few things to update you on in regards to reading and then what I plan to read for the rest of this week. Also, as I'm starting this vlog, it is Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day if you choose to celebrate. I know Valentine's Day was never my favorite. It still is not my favorite holiday. My husband and I just went to dinner. Like, it was nothing too fun, crazy, or exciting. But happy Valentine's Day. What I'm reading. I'm currently in the middle of 2 books, and I DNF'd a book, so I figured I'd talk about that really quick. I DNF'd this today, and that is Between the World and Me by Ta-Nehisi Coates. This had nothing to do with the author or the content of the book or the message being had. I just couldn't jive with the writing style. I couldn't understand what it is that he wanted me to get out of this, and I just felt like there was no point in me continuing to read it just to end up bringing the Goodreads rating down because I wasn't going to enjoy it because I couldn't understand it. So this has everything to do with me and my own personal reading tastes and my own experience in reading. I think that so many people are going to love this and get so much out of it. It just didn't work for me, which is very unfortunate because I want to support as many Black authors as I can, but this just wasn't the one for me, and that's unfortunate. It's actually a book that's not mine, so I'm going to give it back to the person who let me borrow it, but I mean, one more book of my TBR. Sad that I DNF'd it, but it is what it is. I'm also reading a book on my Kindle, and that is Xeni. It is by Rebecca Weatherspoon. It's the second book in the series that I started. I believe it's a duology. It's called the Loose Ends duology. The first one being Rafe. I read that one last month. And this one follows the best friend of the heroine from the first book. And this is a marriage of convenience story. And I'm liking it. I don't know, something about their chemistry is a little funky. Yeah, I don't really love it. I think I like the first one much more. Rebecca Weatherspoon's writing style when it comes to writing the interactions between her characters is very interesting. And I'm not sure that I love it. So I'm almost done with that. I'm 86% of the way through that one, so I should finish that one tonight. I also just picked up Instructions for Dancing by Nicola Yoon. I'm on page 58. I was reading this on my way home from dinner, and I'm really enjoying this so far. This one follows Evie, who's having a really hard time with love in general. She used to be a huge romance fan. She loved reading romances until her parents got divorced, and she kind of doesn't believe in love. And on top of that, she recently has the ability to see somebody kiss their significant other and see the evolution of their relationship all the way up until their ultimate end of their relationship, the big breakup. And it's making her believe in love less and less. But she ends up going to a dance studio where she meets a guy named X, and they start dancing together and therefore creating a relationship between the two of them. So far, we have met X in a very small altercation between the two of them. And I like Evie as a character. She definitely has some, like, damaged lifestyle shit going on, and she's really struggling with the separation between her and her parents. Her dad cheated, and nobody else in the family really knows except for her and her mom, and she's been keeping it a secret from her sister because her mom didn't want her to know. And so she's kind of struggling with that, and you're kind of meeting some of her friends and, like, a true high school setting. I'm liking it so far, though. It is narrated by my favorite audiobook narrator, which is Bonnie Turpin. She's a fantastic audiobook narrator. This is my second audiobook that I've listened from her this month, so I'm excited about that. Every time she narrates a book, it heightens my experience by like 500, so enjoying this one so far. As for, like, this vlog, I'm not technically reading it for this vlog, but I am currently in the middle of my reread of House of Earth and Blood, and I'm a good portion of the way through this, but this is going to be my focus for tonight. I'm hoping to finish it because tomorrow is House of Sky and Breath release day. So I'm hoping that I get my book on release day. Crossing my fingers. I did already pre-order the audiobook, so I have that geared up and ready to go. I'm very excited. So I have about 200 pages of this before I'm at the end, and I'm going to continue to tab. It just makes me so happy to see tabs. As for what I'm hoping to read this week, I still need to read Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. I still have the audiobook of fifth season that I have not gotten to. I need to read our buddy read of the Cassandra Clare books, which is Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy. It's a big bitch. My other non-fiction for the month is Blackbirds in the Sky, and then we have The Inheritance of Rakini Davinia. I have a few more books on my TBR that I also need to get to, but those are the ones that I currently just have out, sitting around. So those are going to be my focus for this week. Hopefully I can get a good amount of reading done, but I'm also going to be reading House of Sky and Breath, so that's going to take up a good portion of my time as well. So there's that. That's my current update. I'm going to go figure out what I'm going to do with my life. I have to update my Crescent City blog, and I'm struggling. Send help. Hello friends, I just wanted to come on here and give you an update. If you can hear Billy playing with her toy, I'm sorry. I just got home and every time I get home she gets so excited to play with her toys, even though she's had them all day by herself. Don't ask me. But I did finish a book. I'm in the middle of another and I have some exciting news. I'm so excited. But today I finished Xeni on my Kindle. Well, I finished it on the Kindle app, but not on my Kindle. I was at work when I finished it and it was okay. I gave it a 3-star. I felt that the interactions between the two characters, between Xeni and Mason, were very clunky. They just felt like the author was trying really hard to give the two characters this really great chemistry, and it just felt inauthentic. Is that a word? Unauthentic? I'm not sure. It just didn't feel real. I don't know. I can't really explain my feelings. It just felt like the author was trying too hard with this relationship, and I liked the marriage and convenience aspects of this relationship. I liked the time that they spent together. I liked their banter. I liked how they fell in love. There's also a scene between the two of them that has to do with a strap-on. So that was fun. Both characters are bisexual. So it was just a fun thing to add into the story. But for my overall enjoyment, I just didn't end up loving the two characters together. I liked the premise and I liked what the author was going for. It just didn't completely fall together. Like the pieces didn't fall together for me. So that's unfortunate. I didn't love it, but I did give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. So up next, I have to talk to you about Instructions for Dancing by Nicola Yoon. I am currently on page 221 of 281. So I have about 60 pages left, and I'm really enjoying this one. I think that it's very, very cute, very sweet. You are following, I think I explained this to you earlier, but I already forgot her name. Evie. I wanted to call her Xeni. Evie is really just struggling with her dad's choices that he made with cheating on her mom and then getting a divorce, and she's really struggling with figuring out how to find love in her life again. And X really is the type of guy that is very carefree. He lives his life by the policy of say yes to everything, and he just has a really nice persona about him that makes Evie more open to opportunities in her life. And you have this inclusion of the dancing and the ballroom dancing and all of the styles that go with that. They're doing bachata and tango, and it's just so much fun to watch that kind of come together, but also to see their relationship thrive. You also have her best friends, which she has a very tumultuous relationship with because two of her two best friends, the two girls, I forget their name, they start dating, and because Evie has the ability to see people's relationship begin and end once they kiss, she has seen the end of their relationship, but not only that, she's seen the end of their friendship, and she's really struggling with that. And so she is trying to kind of come to terms with love as a whole and what it means to fall in love, and does every love partner mean, if a love between two people end, does it mean that love doesn't exist? And she's really struggling with that, and I love the inclusion of that in the story. I think that it's a very powerful message to send, and I just think that it's really wonderfully well done. I'm liking it so far. I think X is a fantastic character, and I just love them together. They make each other so happy, and they make each other better. They're pushing each other to become better people, and I really love that, especially in a YA story. So I'm having a great time with this one. This is the second Nicola Yoon book that I've read, and I have enjoyed the other one just as much, so I'm excited about that. And then, you guys, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I have like this much self-control. None. Zip, zilt, nada. I have no self-control. And so I went to Target and bought myself a 4th copy because this one has Therion's perspective in the back, one chapter from him. I did have the Books A Million copy that's coming today. I believe that one has Rune's chapter, and then the Waterstones edition is coming in like a week or so, and that has Bryce and Hunt's chapter. And then I also have the Tor edition coming in a few days. So I don't even want to talk about it. I have zero self-control, but I did buy this. I do not plan on keeping this copy. Once I get through House of Sky and Breath and I read the additional chapter in the back of this one, and I will take off the sticker, I'm going to give this one away. This is going to be a giveaway that I'm going to host probably on my book haul, so stay tuned for that. But I'm very excited to have it. I didn't know if I was going to be able to get a copy today, so I'm very excited. I will not be reading this copy either. The only thing I'll be reading is the chapter in the back so that it's pretty much in brand new condition for whoever wins this copy. I think it's gorgeous. I think it's stunning. It's definitely a lot thicker than House of Earth and Blood. Let me pull out that copy. So as you can see, like, this is a thick bitch compared to House of Earth and Blood. The reason that it's much thicker is they decided to forego the Bible thin pages on House of Sky and Breath. So this one has just regular standard paper, whereas this copy has like the really, really thin Bible page paper. So yeah, I'm so excited. I don't even think I showed that in this vlog, but I sprayed the edges of these. It doesn't look great. Don't look at it. It's fine. But I'm very excited to have a copy of my own. I think these Books A Million one is coming today, so I'm going to go find that. Hopefully it's here already. I'm going to go take my dog out for a walk, and then I'm going to sit down and do some more reading of House of Earth and Blood, which will be in a totally different vlog, so stay tuned for that coming very, very soon. But I'm just excited. I'm having the best day. Thank God for House of Sky and Breath. Like,
2 a.m. in the car playing our favorite song. Turn it up, windows down, we sing along.
Hi friends, good afternoon. It is Wednesday evening, or evening I should say, not afternoon, but it's Wednesday evening and I just got home and I wanted to give you an update on my reading. I am still reading House of Earth and Blood. I don't want to talk about it. I was supposed to finish it yesterday, but I have not finished it just yet. I finished a book today, started another book that's not on my TBR, but excited because it's a new author that I've never read from before, and I'm supporting some more Black indie writers, so that's exciting. But the book that I finished today was Instructions for Dancing by Nicola Yoon. When I tell you I was not expecting to give this book a 5 out of 5 stars, I thought like maybe a 4-star when I started reading it. I thought it was really cute, but everything about this book was just so precious and beautiful and heartbreaking and sad, and it was just a very, very well written book. I love Nicola Yoon's writing. I think that she has a stellar way of writing the human experience, and for this one I love the duality between love and heartbreak and how that changes a person's outlook on life. But you also really talk about death and grief and loss in here, and I mean loss in a lot of different multitudes. Loss of the person that you thought that you knew, loss of friendship, loss of a person in your life, whether that's death or just someone kind of stepping away from the role that they used to play in your life. And I just loved how all of that was tied into this very wonderfully, beautifully laid out romance novel. The last chapter had me crying, and it was just very wholesomely beautiful, but also like quietly sad. I don't know how else to describe that, because the message throughout the entire book is a message of hope and of love and understanding that heartbreak is a part of life, and the lessons that you can learn from it and the amount of time that you can spend with the person is just as important as the entirety of a relationship, whether that means that it ends in a breakup or in death or in a heartbreak. I just thought that it was really, really, really well done. I really loved it. I thought it was so beautiful. The relationship between X and Evie was just so wholesome and sweet. I loved X as a male main character. I thought that he was really well written and was just so sweet and had a lot of layers to him that I really enjoyed. And I loved the aspect of dancing that was incorporated into this, and the idea of this dance competition that really helped create some more chemistry between the characters that I just really loved. It was so well done. Really, really enjoyed it. So glad that I read it. It makes me want to pick up Nicola Yoon's other book, which is Everything, Everything. It's the only other one of hers that I own and have not read. Well, it's the only other book that she's published that I have not read, so I would like to get to that one at some point soon, but I'm just... Oh, my heart hurts just thinking about it, but it was so, so good. And then the book that I picked up today is actually on my Kindle, and that is Bittersweet Surrender. This is by QB Tyler. I've heard a lot about QB Tyler, and I had planned on reading a couple of her books, and I actually picked up one that was recommended to me by my friend Karina, not because she had read it, but because she had found out about it, and she and I downloaded it on the same day, and I decided to give it a go. I know that QB Tyler is known for writing taboo, very, very taboo relationships. The one that I'm most interested in reading actually is one that is very, very taboo between a stepdaughter and a stepdad. So just know that going in. This one heavily, heavily deals with adultery and cheating, and that's usually not something that I enjoy in a book, so I've kind of had mixed feelings about my reading experience. I went into the novel knowing what I was going to get, so I think that changed my outlook a little bit. But this follows a woman who is in a marriage that she really is not happy in, and she's really, really struggling in this marriage, and she had asked for a divorce months before, and they decided to go to marriage counseling, and she ends up falling for her marriage counselor. And it's a very, very interesting relationship. There's a lot of ways that you could read this and interpret the story, and in regards to the cheating aspects, like I said, it's heavily involved throughout majority of this story. I mean, I'm a good chunk of the way through, and we've just gotten to the point where it's no longer a cheating story, but now a story of love after marriage. But if you don't like cheating, don't read this. If you have ever been cheated on in any aspect, maybe don't read this. It's a tough one to read, because it's almost hard for you to root for the character, because you know that she's doing something so wrong, but you also see how unhappy and how much anger and hurt she has in this marriage that she's stuck with because she was afraid to leave. You also have some flashback scenes to abuse from a family member, so keep that in mind if you decide to go into this book. There are several trigger warnings, so just be aware. But I can't really tell you what my feelings are. I think I have to wait until I finish it to digest my thoughts a little bit, but I am reading it. I will definitely read more QB Tyler in the future. I just don't think that maybe this was the best one for me to start with, especially because it is such a polarizing topic. But I'm enjoying the writing. I like the way that she writes. I like the way that she writes her characters. Her sex scenes are very hot and sexy. And the chemistry between the characters is really well written. It's just a tough one to read. So that is my updates for now. Now that I finished instructions for dancing, I think I'm going to start wherever it is. I don't actually, oh, it's over here. I'm going to start The Inheritance over Queen Divina. And I'm also going to, once I finish House of Sky and Breath, I'm going to get on my reread of Crown of Midnight, because I really need to get this read. Everyone else is reading this one in our little group read, and I have not had a chance to get around to that one. I've also decided that I'm going to hold off on reading any more of the Cassandra Clare books. I realized that when I started this one today, I read like 20 pages of the first story, that I do not remember enough about the Mortal Instruments series to read this continuation, and I did look up that you do have to read and understand the Mortal Instruments in order to read the Dark Artifices. So I'm going to hold off on that. I think I'm going to spend some time rereading the Mortal Instruments and then go back to this at some point. So yeah, that helps because it's a big chunky book that I don't have to read at the moment, but I'm definitely still struggling with my TBR. So this is the next one that I'm going to probably read on audio to and from work. Ooh, wow, that's a really big family trait. But I'm excited to get around to this one. This is a very long clip. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to go take a shower, read some more Sarah J. Maas, and I will talk to you when I have an update about this TBR. Hi friends, I hope you're doing well. I have a few updates for you. Not a lot of reading updates, but I do have some things to talk to you about. So I finished House of Earth and Blood last night and started House of Sky and Breath. Again, I'm not updating it in this vlog, but it is on my TBR, so I figured I would update just a little bit. I'm 100 pages in, and I am equal parts terrified and excited. So I also started The Inheritance of Queen Divina this morning. I'm on page 64. It is very interesting so far. You're getting several different perspectives alongside Orquídea Divina's perspective. You are kind of getting her past perspective on how she came to be who she is and the power that she has, but you're also getting the perspectives of her family members that are coming to collect their inheritance. She sends out these letters to her family saying, I'm gonna die, come get your shit. And so they come, and Orquídea Divina has been known for being kind of eccentric and weird. She is a witch, she has some magical powers, but everyone in her family kind of brushed it off as her grandma just being weird. But when they arrive to the house is like in ruins, and everyone kind of thought back to this house very fondly. It was a beautiful house, always well kept, and when they get there, it's like covered in vines and thorns, and like a lot of stuff is happening, and they finally get let in just to find that Orquídea Divina is sitting on the couch. Her upper half is just fine, but her bottom half is a tree. What the hell? So that's as far as I got. I kind of got distracted by something that I'm not even sure if I should talk about out loud, because I'm kind of terrified of it, but I was reading this and my brain was elsewhere because I started writing a book. I don't know what I'm doing. I genuinely do not know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. So it is a reverse harem. That's all I'm going to say about it, because I don't really know exactly where I'm going with it. I'm thinking it's going to be a mafia reverse harem marriage convenience situation, but we shall see. I have a few packages that I want to open with you, so I'm going to do that. I have a Fairyloot, an Owlcrate Jr., and then my Amazon pre-order, so let's do it. For my Amazon pre-order, I ordered Bitter by Kaylanisimplyme. This is the prequel book to Pet, which is all the way on the other side. I was going to pull it, but I think it's over there. But I loved Pet by Kaylanisimplyme. I thought it was so wonderful. It's a very, very beautiful but heart-wrenching story. Trigger warnings for sexual assault in that book, but I'm very excited to get around to this one. This one's a little bit chunkier than Pet was, and I'm just very excited to read more from this author. I have not read another Kaylanisimplyme book yet, but with this prequel, I'm so excited. This is on my TBR, so I pre-ordered it. I also pre-ordered the audiobook, so this is definitely going to be one that I read this month, and I'm very, very excited for it. I don't know the full synopsis of this. I just know that it follows Jam's mom. It is a prequel, so it says, after a childhood in foster care, Bitter is thrilled to have been chosen to attend Eucalyptus, a special school where she can focus on her painting surrounded by other creative teens. But outside this haven, the streets are filled with the protests against the deep injustices that grip the city of Lucille. Bitter's instinct is to stay safe within the walls of Eucalyptus, but her friends aren't willing to settle for the world that's so far away from what they deserve. Pulled between old friendships, her artistic passion, and a new romance, Bitter isn't sure where she belongs, in the studio or in the streets. And if she does find a way to help the revolution while being true to who she is, she must also ask, at what cost? This timely and riveting novel, a companion to the National Book Award finalist Pet, explores the power of youth, protest, and art. Oh my god, this is going to be so powerful, and I'm very, very excited for it. Like I said, I also have 2 boxes here. My Fairyloot. This is the January Fairyloot box. It is very, very late, but they let us know that it was going to be late, so I expected that. I already know what book is in here because I was talking to my friend about it. But I am very excited for all the rest of the goodies. This is the spoiler card. They did something different with the spoiler card this month. It's very large. But this is what it looks like. I'm liking like the things on here. If you wanted to pause it and take a look, I'm going to look at this at the end. The first thing I see here is a scythe enamel pin. Okay, I love it. This says, love remains mortal. And it has a scythe on there. Pretty cool. We also have, this box is like in the way. We have Erin metal bookmark designed by a Rs28. I don't know what this is inspired by, but we do love a good metal bookmark. I don't know what these accents are. Please just ignore them. Ooh, gorgeous. Gorgina. Has a little mermaid on there. Pretty. Love the coloring on that. Very pretty. Monster of Verity puzzle designed by Liz Art Sardonic. That is what the box looks like. And this is the puzzle. Gorgeous. Oh, I love a good puzzle. Is that? Oh, wait a second. I don't know who that's inspired by, but I thought I knew, but then maybe I don't. Shut the fuck up. I was thinking that maybe it was in the Infernal Devices inspired. And then we have James Harrendell Trinket Dish. Like, what the hell? Artwork from Cassandra Clare LLC. Did she touch it? Alright. I do have another one of these that's inspired by The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. And it's gorgeous. We love it. Love to see it. Oh, please don't fall. We do have the worms in here, which is not my favorite. But up next we have a dish towel, a pillowcase, a tapestry. I don't really know what the hell this is, but we gotta find out. It is a tea towel, and it's upside down. It says, there are hours of spies and thieves. Interesting. It's by Lexi Ryan, which I'm guessing is from These Hollow Vows, because that's the only book that she's written. Definitely gives me These Hollow Vow vibes. Pretty. And then we have the book and the tarot cards. Okay. Ooh, what the hell? We have the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. Excuse me? Oh, my hair. Jesus. Excuse me? These are gorgeous. I don't know what this is inspired by, but I need to read it, like, today. All right, here we go. Woo! These spray edges are something else. We have, we have some really pretty artwork and a letter from the author. We have the Fairy Scoop. And then we have is a book. There's also a bookmark in here somewhere, but I think it's at the bottom. So we will figure out if I can open it. Jesus. there is the bookmark that you get with every box. And the book is Only a Monster Can Kill a Hero. I think it's called Only a Monster, but they have a little tagline down there. This is by Vanessa Lynn. Gorgeous stenciled edges. Holy shit balls. That's really pretty. You have these really, really gorgeous end papers. Like, look at that. It's stunning. The other side is different as well, with some very beautiful character art. Stunning. And then there's no under the cover dust jacket art this time, but we do have some really gorgeous embossing there on the front, foiled embossing. And then it is, of course, signed. Very pretty, very, very pretty. Way to go, Fairyloot. Always killing it with the special editions. This says, in every story there is a hero and a monster. It should have been the perfect summer. Sent to stay with her late mother's eccentric family in London, 16-year-old Joan is determined to enjoy herself. She loves her nerdy job as the historic Holland house, and when her super cute coworker Nick asks her on a date, it feels like everything is falling into place. Then a good Samaritan attempt gone wrong sends Joan spinning through time, and her life quickly begins to unravel. Her family aren't just eccentric, they're monsters with terrifying hidden powers. And Nick isn't just a cute boy. He's a legendary monster slayer who will do anything to bring them down. But as she battles Nick, Joan is forced to work with the beautiful and ruthless Erin Oliver, heir to a monster family that hates her own. She will have to embrace her own monstrousness if she is to save herself and her family. But in this story, she is not the hero. Well, damn. We see you, boo-boo. We see you. Okay, James Herondale Trinket Dish, designed by ARZ28, and it's inspired by the Last Hour series by Cassandra Clare. The Scythe Enamel Pin is designed by Azura Arts and inspired by, of course, the Scythe series by Neil Schusterman. Aaron Metal Bookmark, is inspired by the book, Only a Monster, and designed by ARZ28. These Hollow Vows tea towel, designed by Stella Bookish Art, and the puzzle is inspired by The Savage Song by B.E. Schwab, and designed by Liz Art Zardonic. The tarot cards this month are designed by Liz Art Sardonic, and it is actually inspired by the Red Rising series by Pierce Brown, which I have not read. Did not ever plan on reading, but I might have to now. And then we have the Fairy Scoop. So let's just quickly open up this Owlcrate Junior box. If you guys don't know, I'm a rep for Owlcrate. I have a code down below where you can get 15% off of your Owlcrate subscription box, the first one at least. I used to have a 10% code, and they just recently reached out to me letting me know that I have a 15% code. So if you guys want to get 15% off your first box, you should check it out. Finders Keepers is the February theme. Very cute. I always love their full spread of art. It's just so freaking pretty. Oh, this damn worms are just killing me. This is City of Ember hand warmer. What the hell is a hand warmer? I've never seen one of these before. Ow, Jesus Christ. Place the metal piece between forefinger and press. Hold until it clicks and begins crystallizing. When the crystallization is complete, squeeze the hot heat pad and make it soft. Place the heat pad in boiling water with the cloth underneath to prevent the plastic from contacting the bottom of the pot. Boil for about 5 minutes until all of the crystallization is fully dissolved and have become clear again. Let the heat pad cool to room temperature. Now it's ready to use. Interesting. That is kind of cool. Never seen anything like that before. Definitely didn't expect it in an Owlcrate Junior box, but I mean, it's kind of cool. I don't know if I would ever use it, but it's kind of cool. All right, we have a liquid golden bubble elite by Fiction Bath Co. I'm not going to open it. Last time I opened one of these, I got this stuff everywhere, but I love those things, especially because I love baths. We also have another, what are these called? Book sleeves. Erie on Sea. I don't know what this is inspired by, but it's very cute. Very cute. We have a little thing here that has a comb in it. Cute. It says gadgets and gizmos aplenty. Stop. Stop. It's literally friggin' a quote from The Little Mermaid. We love to see it. We have this. Oh. Shiny like treasure from a sunken pirate wreck. It's a freaking Moana inspired sticker. Oh my gosh. Replaceable window catcher. window cling on your favorite window to receive direct sunlight and watch your room light up in rainbows. Stop, I'm sold. We have this little notebook. It's Finders Keepers. I don't know what this is. Treasure map. This book belongs to, has some word searches. I'll give this to my siblings. They'll really enjoy that. The theme for next month is Real Friends. And that's what it looks like. And then the book for this month is A Comb of Wishes. Let me open this up. We do have art and a letter from the author. We also have a signed book plate. And then we have the sticker of the month. Oh, actually, this is like a little collector card. I think they're starting to do these instead of stickers, which is kind of fun if you want to collect them. And then this is what the book looks like. Very reflective. Nothing underneath, but that's what the spine looks like. This says, Crick Crack, this is a story. Kella used to see beauty in the sea glass she collected with her mother on the Caribbean beaches of St. Rita. But since her mother's death, Keela has felt every bit as broken as the glass that is known as the mermaid's tears. When Kella and her friend Lizzie stumble across an ancient-looking comb in a coral cave, Keela knows that she should leave it alone, and yet, with everything she has lost and the strange pull she feels to the comb, she can't help but bring it home with her. Far away, deep in the cold ocean, the mermaid Ophelia can feel that her comb has been taken. Despite her hatred of all humans, her magic requires that she make a bargain, a comb in exchange for a wish. Keela knows what she wants most in her heart is for her mother to be alive, but a wish that big will exact an even bigger price. This one sounds like it's going to be cute. It's also written by a Black author. We love to see it. I'm so happy that I have this. I will definitely give this a go. Love to have more middle grade books on my shelves. This is a very, very long clip. I'm so sorry. I'm going to clean up this room and go share with my husband the book that I'm writing. Peace out.
The summer night has just begun. The moon is bright, let's have some fun. Oh, this is everything with you right next to me. So alive, and tonight I'm thinking that I don't wanna go. Calling sick in the morning, baby, don't leave. They don't need to know we're out here wild and free. They say we're crazy, it's too much. And yeah, we're crazy, deep in love. Oh, this is everything with you right next to me. So alive, and tonight I'm thinking that I don't wanna go. This is everything with you right next to me. So alive, and tonight I'm thinking that I don't wanna go. This is everything with you right next to me. So alive, and tonight I'm thinking that I don't wanna go. Child, I know you're hurt and you can't let go. It's not your fault.
Okay, you were propped in a very precarious position. I was just about to sit down and work on some stuff for my bingo game, but I got a package, and I'm pretty sure it's my next copy of House of Sky and Breath, so I figured I would open it with you guys. I mean, I'm guessing that's what it is, although it's coming from Barnes & Noble, and I don't remember pre-ordering anything from Barnes & Noble, so I guess we will find out together. Well, that definitely didn't go as planned. Ugh. Tor edition. I'm gonna cry. Hold on. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh my god, my little sweaty hands are getting all over it. Ew. Okay, wait, hold on. How do I do this without messing it up? Here it is, y'all. It has a ribbon bookmark. It has a dark blue. Oh, you can't even see that. Dark blue ribbon bookmark. How exciting. It smells like paint. Like really bad. But here it is. Stop. Light it up, bitch. Oh my god. Oh, I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm sad this is not signed, but it is the Tor edition, and I'm very excited to have it. Oh, I didn't expect it to come in so soon. This is the best. Ah! This is the best day ever is what I meant to say before my entire tripod situation just decided to yeet itself from its current location. Stay. Stay. But yes, here it is. Oh my god. It's gorgeous. I'm obsessed. I wish that I had the original Tor edition for House of Earth and Blood, but alas, it didn't end up happening, and I cannot find like anybody selling it anywhere. So I don't know why. It smells so bad. It's the paper that smells weird. Interesting. But yes, I was not expecting that. Very happy to have it. Oh my gosh, how exciting. I'm going to go back to what I was doing, but what a wonderful thing to have. Oh no, my page is bent. It's okay, I'll fix it later. All right, love you. I'm gonna stop rambling now.
Don't deserve all the bad and the hurt. I know you tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair. You did your time.
Good morning, friends. It's been a little while since I talked to you. I'm just about to go live with some of my friends, but I wanted to give you a quick update. We are currently in the middle of a 24-hour Smurthathon, so what a fun time that is. I did read some more of The Inheritance of Arcadia Divina. I am currently on page... Actually, yeah, that's right. I'm on page 183. I'm 17 chapters in, and I'm enjoying it. It's just a very weird book. Like, it's almost kind of hard to explain what the hell this book is about, but there's a lot of magical realism aspects going on. There is some very interesting characters. People have roses growing out of their bodies. Like, it's a weird book, but the atmosphere is just so beautifully well done. I love the writing, and it's like one of those books that you don't really know what's going on, but you're just happy to be along for the ride. So I'm reading that. I also have been reading Bittersweet Surrender by QB Tyler. This has been a tough one for me. This book is about a woman who ends up falling for her marriage counselor while she's still married. So obviously, trigger warnings there for cheating. It's just been an interesting experience. I knew going in that it was going to have cheating, but I didn't realize it was going to be such an integral part of this. I mean, I don't know, that sounds stupid to say, but like, I thought maybe like after a few chapters, like the cheating aspect could be over and we'd get to learn a little bit more about this new relationship, but I am like 65% of the way through, and we just got past like the I want a divorce situation, and it's just been hard. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I love QB Tyler's writing, but I just don't know if this was the best story for me to start with of hers. So that's just something to note. I will definitely read more of her work in the future. I have Unconditional that I want to read, and then there's one more that I still want to read by her. So she is kind of known for writing taboo relationships. Also, you're getting a sneak peek from my new bingo board, so let me move that. If you made it this far into the vlog, you got a little sneak peek, but that's been interesting. I also read and DNF'd Your Dad Will Do by Katie Robert. That just wasn't the book for me. It's only 150 pages, and it's about a girl who gets cheated on by her fiance, and she decides to get revenge by sleeping with his dad. But literally, I read 51% of this book, and there wasn't a single page that didn't have sex on it. Like, there was zero plot, and usually I'm fine with that, but like, zero plot? No ma'am, I needed some help. So I DNF'd that at 51%. I started reading Feel My Pain, which is a male-male smutty romance book, but I was just so tired last night that I read like a few pages and I was having a hard time grasping the story, so I let that one go. I have a lot of options that I could read for smutty books. Like, obviously, you know, I have a whole Kindle and audiobook library full of it, but I just don't know what I want to read. So I guess I'll figure that out during this live, but we're going to go live for a few hours, so it should be fun. I'm hoping that Clint will join at some point, but Karina's going to hop on. I think Trin's going to hop on, and Hope is going to hop on. So we'll have a good little hangout session for a little while here, and hopefully get some good reading done. So I will check in with you when I have something fun to say. Oh, I'm also reading House of Sky and Breath. I'm 350 pages into that and really enjoying it. So those are my updates. I'll talk to you soon.
How much longer will you suffer in this life? But don't give up.
Hello friends, I hope that you're doing well. I just wanted to come on here and close out this vlog, talk to you about all of the books that I finished during the last, I don't know, 9 days. It's currently Wednesday during the week, and I meant to close out this vlog, but I didn't. And I don't plan on picking up another vlog until next week, so I figured I would just wrap up all the books that I finished in the last 9 days. I have a lot of them to talk about, so let's go ahead and get into it. So the only books that I'm currently in the middle of as of right now are Feel My Pain by K.A. American. I didn't talk to you guys about this one, but I was reading this one during my 24-hour readathon, smutathon that I was doing with my friends over on Instagram and YouTube sprints. So that was really fun. I got to page 120. This is a male romance, motorcycle club romance, hate to love, but also kind of like a magical realism fantasy thing, because after a big fallout between the two characters, it's been 2 years and they're back in each other's lives, but when one person hurts, the other person hurts as well. So any pain inflicted on either one, the other person feels it. So it's a romance between them. I don't know how I'm feeling about this one. I definitely want to finish it before the month is over, but I'm not pushing it too hard. I am also listening to The Passing Playbook by Isaac Fitzsimmons. This is an LGBTQI plus YA sports contemporary romance with a trans main character. Really enjoying it so far. I'm probably about 35% of the way into that one. I just started it today. I'm enjoying it and glad that I'm reading it. That's the second to the last book I have on my TBR. The only one that I have left is Blackbirds in the Sky, which is my nonfiction. I did start that today, but I figured I would just read that one physically because I want to highlight and annotate that one. So there's that. And then I'm also reading Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman. This is a dark adult romance. So you have the hero who is engaged to the heroine's sister, and the hero and the heroine get kidnapped, and they're in captivity for about 3 weeks. And when they come back, they realize that they have this connection. It's a very, very dark romance. There's huge trigger warnings for rape and sexual assault, so understand that going in. There's also trigger warnings for alcohol consumption and addiction, so just beware of that. But they end up falling in love after their whole experience together. So I'm about halfway through that one. Really, really enjoying it. It's very hard to read, very, very sad, but also very, very good. Those are the only ones that I'm currently in the middle of. As for the ones I finished, I did read Between the World and Me by Ta-Nehisi Coates. I DNF'd this at about halfway through. I really wanted to enjoy this one. I just didn't dive with the writing style, and therefore I didn't take in the messages from the story as well as I would have wanted to, and I didn't want to read the book all the way through just to give it a lower rating and bring down the Goodreads score, so I DNF'd this one. I also DNF'd Your Dad Will Do by Katie Robert. This was supposed to be a fiance's father romance, and there was no cheating involved, but I just really didn't enjoy the reading experience. It was basically sex, no plot, and usually I'm a huge fan for that, but that just didn't work for me, unfortunately. I also read Instructions for Dancing by Nicola Yoon. I gave this one a 5 out of 5 stars. Really enjoyed this. I loved the relationship between X and Evie. I really enjoyed the exploration of love and heartbreak, and I liked that it was tied into this dancing experience. It was just so much fun. Really enjoyed it, but also very, very sad. So super glad that I read this. Also narrated by my favorite audiobook narrator, so we'd love to see it. I also reread and read House of Sky and Breath and House of Earth and Blood. Loved them both, 5 out of 5 stars. Really enjoyed those ones. If you are interested in seeing my vlog for that, it is a spoilery vlog, but I will leave it in the cards above if you want to check that out. I also finished The Inheritance of Orquídea Divina. Really enjoyed this one. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed the book in and of itself. I think the writing was absolutely gorgeous. It was very atmospheric, very beautiful, but there were so many characters, and it was very hard to fall in love with them when there were just so many of them, and it kind of took away from my enjoyment of the story, but still really enjoyed it. I also read and finished Bitter by Kaylanisimplyme. This is the prequel to Pet, and I really enjoyed that first book. Really enjoyed this one as well. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed Pet a little bit more, but really enjoyed this one. This one follows Jam's mom, like probably 10 or 15 years before she had Jam, or before Pet actually takes place. But it follows social justice and racism and white supremacy, and the Kaylanisimplyme kind of turned this into a fantasy with the idea that people that are racist and are committing racial crimes are monsters, and these are the monsters that live in this world, and it's built upon the idea that humans are capable of monstrous things. And I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fantastic. Loved it. And then I finished Bittersweet Surrender. This is by QB Tyler. I didn't love this book. It was a book that really involved heavily with cheating, and that wasn't the reason why I didn't enjoy it, even though that wasn't the most comfortable thing to read. I just didn't really like the main characters. I thought that they were both annoying and overly domineering for the hero's part, and I just didn't love the overall experience of reading that book. I also finished Xeni, which is by Rebecca Weatherspoon. I read the first book in the series last month, and I read Xeni this time, and I didn't love it. I think that it was an okay book. I really enjoyed the first one. Ended up giving Xeni about a 3.5. But I will definitely read more from the author in the future. I like her writing. I just don't think it was as good as the first book in that series, which is Wraith. But yeah, that is all of the books that I was able to finish this week. Here's what all of those books look like together. I know I didn't really talk about these two, but I did read them during this week, and they are on my TBR, so I just figured I would mention them in this wrap-up. But yeah, that is all of the books I was able to read this week. What a crazy time. Definitely a lot more reading got done than I expected to get done. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm really glad that I was able to get through all of these ones. I would love to hear your thoughts on any of these books. If you have read them, what you thought, or ones that you're really excited for, or what you were able to read this week. Feel free to let me know. That is the end of this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And of course, leave any comments, questions, and suggestions in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.
Baby, turn it down like a